interacting with a Samaritan female got her attention. He got her attention. And the thing that we're going to see is the very first step going into this is, the first step is to be social. It's to be social. And that's what Jesus did. He makes a personal connection. He's sitting on the well, and he says it's hot, it's a desert, it's noon, it's 12 noon, it's the middle of the day, it's the 6th hour. They start measuring the daytime from 6 in the morning. And he says, give me to drink. And we saw last week how to us it sounds kind of like, give me to drink, woman. No, that's not the way it came out. Jesus Christ literally is saying, I want to enter into a relationship with you, and sharing a drink, having some water together, entering into this was an extension of friendship to this woman. And he does that. And she's shocked. And that's why her answer is, how is it possible that you ask me this thing? And so he makes this personal connection. And in doing so, here's what he's doing. Jesus is building a bridge by offering friendship. And we saw that last week. Friendship, hoping that it might lead to faith. Friendship is the key to starting out right. You got to be friendly. You got to be Listen, don't be friends with the world in the sense that you're the enemies of God. You need to be friendly to people. Doesn't that make sense? I mean, why would anybody ever want to hear what you have to say about Jesus and eternal life if you're just mad all the time? I mean, do you ever just think about, we come to church on Sunday, and listen, people have real problems and real issues, and sometimes you come here and you're just hurting. And you need to let people know that you love close enough anyway that you're hurting so others can help you. I understand that, and I don't mean to downplay that. But a lot of us come into church even on Sunday, and we meet people that we've never met, or visitors come for the first time. And whether you're here for the first time or you come here regularly, there's a lot of people in the room you don't know. And just be friendly. You might have to stand in front of a mirror and practice smiling every once in a while, you know. Sometimes I think we just got to practice, you know, and just get better at it. Because you come in and, you know, how you doing? Well, under the circumstances, you know. You got to have something to offer, you know. And it's really, really important. If we don't learn to be friendly on purpose, maybe that's part of the reason why we never seem to find ourselves getting to the next step. And we'll see what the next step is in a minute. So one of the questions I want to ask is, how can we make personal connections with people that we don't really know that well? It's awkward. Well, first off, let me just say that you got to want to, right? If you're the type of person that says, look, I got my 5 friends, that's enough, kind of don't care about the rest of y'all. Not interested. If that's you, you know, respect to you, really. If that's you, though, forget it. Just take a nap. We'll wake you up when we're done. The music will play really loud. You'll know we're done. And it's over. It's okay. You can just relax. But if you're here and you're like, no, I kind of want to. I'd like to be friendly and meet folks. I'd like to initiate conversations. I'm just not sure I know how. Well, then let me just say that's the first thing, to initiate a conversation. You have to take the first step. You have to initiate conversation. And that's what Jesus did, right? He offered her something to drink. Or he said, give me to drink so we can enter into this conversation. And so you just find common ground. You just talk about whatever's going on in your world. You do it every day. You talk about sports, you talk about weather, you talk about current events, you talk about politics, you talk about your job, you talk about social issues, you talk about community outreach and different events and things you're doing. There's things going around all the time that you just begin a conversation. You just begin to talk to some people about whatever it is that's common in your life. You just initiate a conversation. And so you initiate a conversation and you show interest in their lives. That's the next thing. Because while you're initiating a conversation, if you will show interest in them, in who they are, you'd be amazed how much people will open up to you. Do you realize that people love talking about themselves? They love it. And if you are genuinely interested, don't fake it. If you're interested, listen, people's stories, I don't know about y'all, people's stories are fascinating. People have fascinating lives, even people that you think are boring. They've gone through some interesting stuff. And if you will learn to just ask questions. Have you ever noticed when you meet new people, it's almost like a little competition. Let me tell you about me. Well, I'm going to interrupt you and tell you about me. No, let me interrupt you because I'm going to tell you about me. And we do that. It's just kind of natural. But what if we fight that? And we say, tell me about yourself. And if it's guys, typically the first thing we're going to enter into is tell me about what you do, right? And if it's ladies, typically the first thing they're going to enter into is tell me about your family, right? Whatever it is, just use it. And be truly interested in who they are. And now you're interested in their favorite subject, them. You get it going. You get it going. It's just not that hard. Now, Jesus broke cultural stereotypes in order to initiate this friendship. And as a result, he got her attention. What are some of the cultural stereotypes that keep people isolated around here? You think about it, but for example, if you glean your cultural sensitivity by just watching the evening news, you're probably a couple of marks off where you need to be. So let's say we take a typical issue that's in the news that we talk about securing our borders and Hispanic visitors to our country. That's an issue, right? We have Hispanic population in this area. And so what if we say, I tell you what, we got to kick out those illegal immigrants. Now, I'm not making political policy here today. I'm just telling you that if that's part of your thing, if you say, look, learn English or go home. What if you say, God bless America, this is our land, you speak like us, you do like us, or else get out. Can I just offer to you? Okay, vote for who you want to. That's cool. Maybe God brought him here to meet Jesus. Let them worry about the legal junk in the meantime. Unless you're the Border Patrol or something. Probably not in Tuscarawas County. Maybe leverage that thing to just love them. Can you imagine the difference? You know how skeptical some of those people, especially if they happen to be illegal, you know how skeptical they are of your big white face? If you'll just really love them and care about them and not look like you're trying to get all their, personal information and birth certificate, they might just be shocked and be friendly. They just might. Listen, are you more loyal to the United States of America than you are to Jesus Christ? Just something to think about. Just something to think about. Once you make a personal connection through conversation, you need to make a transition to the next step. The first step's social, the second step's spiritual. The second step's spiritual. Let's jump in at verse number 10 in John chapter 4 and read down to verse 15. So she says, wow, how is this possible that you're talking to me? Verse number 10, Jesus answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith unto thee, give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? She's a little confused, thinking on the physical, kind of like Nicodemus. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us this well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me this water that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. And so what Jesus does is he makes the transition. Listen, the Bible says that we are to be fishers of men. That's evangelism. We are to be fishers of men. And we saw it last week that if you're going to catch fish, you need to have some bait. And let's just say that this social component, the idea of offering friendship, is the bait. Offering the friendship is the thing that initially draws the other person into considering talking to you. But getting to this point where Jesus says, okay, we've got this conversation going, now I'm going to shift just a little. The discussion that we're having happens to be about water. So I'm going to sneak in this little part on purpose and say, how about living water? And he starts to set the hook, because if the bait is the friendship, the spiritual component of the discussion, that's the hook. That's where you want to hook them. That's where you want to find out whether or not they're going to stick around. And so he looks specifically for an opportunity within the context of the common discussion, whatever it might be, to turn the conversation towards something that matters, to spiritual things. So you start with the social, and then you go to the spiritual. Do you realize that God created everything with a purpose? To illustrate spiritual truth. Romans chapter 1 and verse number 20. Very, very common verse that basically says that very thing. That God created everything that He made, okay, specifically nature, to illustrate some spiritual truth. And there are spiritual parallels from all of the physical things of life that if we're smart, we can make the parallel, we can make the introduction, and then we can talk about how we can understand spiritual things by comparing them to physical things. And so in order to do that, you need to initiate some conversations, like we said before. So I just jotted down a few conversation starters. This is just food for thought. There's nothing holy about them. They're not inspired. They're just mine. They're just some things that you can use. So if you're talking about relationships, and say you break through some cultural barrier and you offer friendship to somebody and they're a little surprised that you're willing to be their friend for some reason, and you might say something like, "You're surprised that I want a relationship with you? Don't you realize that God wants a relationship with you?" You could do whatever you need to do you're just throwing out a hook. You're just putting some bait out there, seeing if they're interested. You might be talking to people about wealth and riches. People do that all the time, right? And when you talk about that thing, you might say, "Hey, my father's very rich. He's building me a great big mansion." Right? And just see where they go with it. You might think you're crazy. Well, you're just trying. I'm not telling you they're all great. I'm just trying. Just not too long ago, everybody was talking about Mega Millions, lottery, right? I'm not going to ask you how many people bought them. I'm just going to say that if you got in a conversation with somebody about the Mega Millions, why don't you say, "I've already won the biggest prize they've ever offered." "Really? What are you talking about?" And then let me tell you what I'm talking about. You're doing it on purpose. You're going from the social to the spiritual. You want to get in a discussion about politics? You could say, "Well, listen, it's not socialism, capitalism, democracy, communism, whatever you want to call it. Really, none of them are all that great." Well, get people nervous, Say, "You know what? 500 years from now," just throw that out there. 500 years from now, none of them will be working. "What are you talking about?" Well, let me tell you. The ultimate government that God's going to institute is called a theocracy. And talk about how Jesus is in control. People want to complain or talk about welfare and handouts. Why don't you just admit, we're all just welfare cases, aren't we? Nobody can earn their way to heaven. Right? Isn't it true that aren't we thankful that heaven is just offered to us as a free gift? All you got to do is sign up. Where do I sign up? Give me this water to drink. See, that's what she's saying, right? Just consider some conversation starters. Maybe just different things. A lot of people like to read books. Just say, "Well, what are some of your favorite books? Who are some of your favorite authors? Have you ever read the Bible?" A lot of lost people read the Bible for literature. What do you think about it? Just start talking to them. People go through illness or difficulty in their life and their family, and maybe you could just ask them, "How has this difficult experience affected the way that you look at God?" And maybe they'd be willing to share. Maybe you just talk about family issues. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're a parent that, like a lot of us, you follow your kids around to all the activities. You sit in the bleachers and you watch them, and you talk to the other parents that are sitting around you. Maybe you just work the conversation around to talk about